Good morning, everybody. Gary Glass here again. Hope everyone out there in social media land is having a fabulous day and you're able to move forward on your goals. What do you want? What do you really, really want? Get to it. Get working on towards that. You can do it. If you don't think you can, believe that I have the faith in you that you can. Anyway, we've been reading Napoleon Hill's book. This is his most recent publication, The 12 Miracles of Life. It's a part of the Science of Success series. And we got into the third chapter of this book, which is titled The Third Miracle of Life. That seems apropos, doesn't it? And so it's on the necessity of growth through struggle. And we were talking yesterday about a number of different forms of struggle and how that it was even discouraging and heartbreaking and actually not at all, because as you work through your struggle, you achieve your goals, you achieve what you set out to do, and you end up not only getting what you want, but you end up getting the rich internal rewards of, say, self-discipline, self-confidence, self-leadership, potentially even be completely self-reliant. You end up building up your own faith. You just have such strong internal, what do I want to say? You end up being so mentally and spiritually and emotionally strong as you work through these struggles that they really are blessings. So anyway, let's continue on. We're in the middle of chapter 3. We might finish this chapter today. We might finish tomorrow. So anyway, we're on page 38 if you're reading along with us, and here we go. While organizing the Science of Success philosophy, I made the revealing discovery that all the more successful leaders in every calling, in every profession, and every walk of life had gained their leadership in almost exact ratio to the extent of their struggles in the attainment of their leadership. There it is going, it's almost sounding like the what happens to a lump of coal to become a diamond. It's got to go through such extreme heat and such extreme pressure. That lump of coal struggles is what turns it into a diamond. Each of us, we have to go through our struggles in order for us to become the spiritual, emotional, mental diamonds that we are. And I observed with profound interest that no man who had not been thoroughly tested by the necessity of struggle seemed ever to have been chosen as a leader in times of great crisis during the interim between the Stone Age and our present day civilization. And Hill probably wrote this one in like late 40s, early 50s, and then was tucked away in that drawer of a desk that was just recently found. Careful study of the entire record of civilization itself, from the age of the caveman to the present, shows clearly that it is the product of eternal struggle. Yes, struggle definitely is one of the Creator's devices for forcing individuals to respond to the law of change in order that the overall plan of the universe may be carried out. When any individual reconciles himself to the state of mind wherein he is willing to accept largesse from government, what does that word mean, largesse? I think it's like a welfare or a gift or something like that. Let's just bring up old Google and put in definition and largesse, largesse. Generosity in bestowing money or gifts upon others. Yeah, so it's effectively talking about a welfare state. So let's read that again. When any individual reconciles himself to the state of mind where he is willing, not that some people aren't, don't need a hand up sometimes, but when he's willing to accept largesse from the government, when he's willing to accept these generous monies, instead of supplying his own needs through personal initiative, that individual is on the road to decay and spiritual blindness. It's almost the opposite of what we were talking about, that lump of coal. What happens to the individual is what happens to their soul if they're forced into taking on. Oh, and it's a great movie on this. The Pursuit of Happiness. Such a great movie with Will Smith talking about, I can't remember the name of the man who ended up, he'd lost his job, he'd lost everything. His girlfriend or his wife left. They left him with his small son in the San Francisco area, and they were locked out of their apartment. They were ending up sleeping in the park, and sometimes at places like I don't know, midnight mission kinds of places, sometimes in the bathroom, just on the floor, where he'd lock the door and in the subway, or maybe it was Bart, and he ends up going and getting admitted into a program with, I think it was Morgan Stanley or Dean Witter or one of the big agencies, and he's pushing himself forward, even though he's having these struggles, such struggles, in going through life, where he'd lost his job and everything I'd mentioned, and continuing on, studying hard, advancing himself, working hard to become a stockbroker for that financial institution. So good. If you haven't seen The Pursuit of Happiness, check it out. It's worth your time. Just probably up there as one of my top 10 movies that I'd suggest, especially in a positive, positive development kind of an area. So let's keep going. So we'll reread. When any individual reconciles himself to the state of mind wherein he is willing to accept largesse from government, instead of supplying his needs through personal initiative, that individual is on the road to decay and spiritual blindness. When a majority of the people of any nation give up their inherited prerogative right to make their own way through struggle, history shows clearly that the entire nation is in a tailspin of decay that inevitably must end in extinction. How much debt is the United States in right now? It's insane. Our country is on its way to extinction unless something isn't done about it. And the past politicians certainly have not been willing to do anything about it. And we'll see what happens now. I don't know. There's so much happening now. And so we'll continue. And the individual who not only is willing to live on the public treasury, but demands that he be fed from it, is already dead spiritually. The physical body still walks, but is nothing but an empty shell, whose only hope for the future is a funeral. This, of course, has reference only to able bodied people who quit the struggle because they are too indifferent or too lazy to keep on growing through the law of change and the urge to struggle. So he's not talking about, little kids here. He's not talking about people that are handicapped in some way and really truly have need. He's talking about people that are able-bodied, that are quick-witted, that could take care of themselves and just choose not to, that are just, how do you say, too indifferent or too lazy to go out and advance themselves and advance their cause. If you wish a strong arm, says nature, give it systematic use under the weight of a 3-pound hammer, and soon you will have muscles like bands of steel. If you do not wish a strong arm, says nature, tie it in a sling. Take it out of use and remove the cause for struggle, and its strength will wither and die. That's so good. You know what? I think we might stop there because we're getting to that time. And this whole idea of the arm, you know, go ahead and take your right arm, or whichever your dominant hand is, take that hand and just start working it out, and maybe get a weight and work it out and work it out and work it out, and do the triceps and do the biceps and do everything, and take the other arm and duct tape it to your body, and just keep working out that other arm, and just seeing how big you can get it and how strong you can get it and how powerful it can become. And what's going to happen in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days? This arm is going to be a monster. This arm, when you take the duct tape off, it's just going to flop next to your body, and you're weak, just weak, and probably so weak that it's going to take a significant amount of time and energy in order for it to be able to come up to standard, to be able to do anything of benefit for you or society. So, anywho, I think we'll call it a day right there. We've only got a little bit more to go in that third chapter on struggle. And again, if you get a chance, pick up this copy of the 12 Miracles of Life. I think you'll not only enjoy it, I think you'll get a lot of great meat, a lot of great ideas from it. And I think it will grow you to be just such a good person. So, anyway, we'll see you next time. God bless you. God bless me. God bless us, everyone. All the best, my friends. God bless. Bye bye.